Hit it. Ladies and gentlemen, it just goes up from here. Some of the most talented drummers in the world swear by the skins of our next guest, and simply because they're said to be some of the most incredible sounding instruments in the world, and simply because they're Dunnett classic drums. The brains behind it all is Ronn Dunnett, and he's brought as proof of the sound, John Fisher, a friend and drummer. Welcome, guys.
Welcome, guys. Okay, I know it's probably hard to talk about your own work this way, but why are your drums so sought after? What makes them so special?
I guess it's something drummers are always looking for, is something that sets them apart. They're trying to distinguish themselves from everything else out there, and I think that what I'm doing is basically doing that. A lot of the drums are one of a kind, or very limited series, or editions, or made out of materials that are special and sort of helping them achieve that distinction.
Mm-hmm. So now, this is a sort of a scary world to get into, just to start creating instruments and a whole new line of instruments. Yours are said to sound unique. What is it that makes the difference? Is it the way you build them, or?
I think that's part of it. I think it really goes down to your whole philosophy and where your starting point was, and your sort of understanding of the instrument and how it works. And with me, my concepts have always been a little bit different than everybody else's out there. Mm-hmm. And I guess if I could nail it down to one thing, it's the weight of the drum and the aesthetic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're beautiful. Yeah. John, as a drummer, getting a chance to actually play the instrument, what did you notice when you first sat down and played?
Beautiful sound, mm-hmm. The tone. That's the first thing you notice, and lovely to play on. Nice touch, and responds wonderful. All the things you're looking for.
Why don't you give us a little taste?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. And he's so calm and
zen like
when
you have to be calm to be a drummer. Ron, are you still making them in your garage? Is it still a one-man business like it began?
We don't like to say garage, but that's it. Yeah.
I think it sounds cooler.
It just happens to be in the back of the house.
That you have this small studio and you create these beautiful drums.
It's very. You have to be efficient in this business, and there are some ways that you just can't be, and there are ways that you aren't. Just doing it like that is the easiest way to do it.
Is it hard to let go of some of the projects? I mean, to get other people to do different parts of it? Are they like your babies?
Yeah, it's. I mean, I have so many drums already, but every time I make one, it's like, I don't want to. Yeah, exactly. I don't let it. As a matter of fact, one of the things that I do with the drums is they're not actually serialized. They don't have serial numbers, because I thought serial numbers is such an impersonal way. And who can remember serial number? So all of the drums actually have a name on the inside, and that's their serial name. So this one doesn't, because this is mine. I haven't named it yet, but this is a zebra wood, and this one's called Zelma.
Don't you have a Bert and a Naz?
I have a Bert and a Naz.
You're obviously a hockey fan.
Yeah, I don't know where those went out, but and there's no rhyme or reason to the name. It could be just whatever is playing on the stereo at the time that I'm finishing the drum, or it could be something specific like the finals or something.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind if we ask for you to share with us some of the names, or just some of the bands that are using your drums?
Yeah, sure.
It's really quite an amazing list, a nice resume for you.
It is when I take a step back and look at it and go, wow, I've actually accumulated some pretty good players here.
And they swear by your drums.
Yeah, there's Carter Beauford, who's with Dave Matthews Band. There's Ash Suited, local guy. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Sarah's drummer.
This is Sarah McLaughlin.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's my good friend, actually, Jody Marker, who's been with Beck and Ari.
Wow.
Who am I missing here?
Oh, where's he going?
Here's the sheet. There you go. There's Dennis Chambers, who did the last Santana album, and Gabe from Gob, local guy, and my cousin Kurt.
High company.
With,
Yeah, definitely.
With her Age of Electric.
Would you ever take it beyond sort of the one-man business? I mean, I'm sure you've been approached before to sort of mass produce, or would you ever consider that? Or are you going to keep it like it's going now?
I think it might lose a little bit of its charm, and I don't think so. In fact, I think the whole reason that I started was because of the mass production.
He's not selling out. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there is a certain amount of love that has to go in, I think, to at least musical instruments for sure.
Yeah.
Quickly, let's talk about how you discovered this unique sound that made you come home and start building these things. Tell the story about the.
I was before I'd even the idea of a drum company had ever crossed my mind. I was living in Australia and had taken a mountain bike over when the mountain bike thing was big, and this bike had titanium bar ends. And I was fixing the bike one day, and one of the bar ends came off, hit the ground, and it made this crazy sound like I had never heard it. And where's that raw tie shell? Is that Oh no, there's a raw one.
Oh, okay, that's fine. So it made a certain noise.
Yeah, it made a very strange sound, and it sort of put me onto that whole thing that this is materials and their characteristics has a lot to do with like the weight, the density of the stuff, and you get something that's like a chime like that, and you turn it into a percussive instrument.
There you go. Inspiration is everywhere. You never know when it'll hit.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Ron. They're beautiful drums. I wish I could actually do something on them, but we'll just have to let John take care of that. Maybe after I wrap this up, you could drum us off the break.
Sure.
You prepared for that? All right, cool. Probably the best thing to do if you're interested in seeing more of Ron's drums is going to Tom Lee Music or going to Dunnett.com, which is Ron's website, and he has information on all his different styles of drums, the philosophy behind them, and any more information we didn't cover today. All right, we're going to take a break, everyone, and return with some more music, this time Sarah Marshall and her band. But first, John Fisher on drums.